You see, one day I believe that when I get my things right, when I get my things right, man, there's one thing I'm going to fix in terms of my fashion style. Acha niwaambie nini nitafanya. Personally, I feel like if I was at a place where I would decide to change my style of dressing, I would go for the traditional kind of dressing. Yes, 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 I would do. Once in a while naweza kaa tu hivi home and nitoe one of my African attire. Eh? Nivae, you know those clothes that our great grandfathers used to wear. I've seen a photo of my great grandfather. Man, that thing looks so cool. It is us, you know, us Africans. We had our whole style of dressing. It was uh, it was so niche. It was so niche. It was like the best. When you have that kofia, like for the Kikuyu, we call them the Azuri Akia Makiama. I remember those guys because I've had some. I've done. They helped me somewhere. I can't say where. But when I met those old guys, those are the guys that I liked the way they dressed. I liked everything, and I think once in a while, uh, we should like have that event where we just dress in our African attires. If you want to carry the ngao, carry the ngao. If you want to carry them cookie, if you want to carry them shale, have it. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing to be shy of. Like I would like to see the ladies in their in their full femininity, in like wakiwa wamevaa their attires. I would like to see the men, us we in our smearing our ochre. That thing is cool as hell. Huh? We are trying so much to become alt. We are trying so much to become alternative like the other nations, and yet we forgot our own trading styles. Now that is where the story of Mtumba comes in. Because Babu, I feel like Mtumba has destroyed our markets. If you truly ask me, if you ask me, Mtumba was, personally I think like it was designed to destroy the what do we call it? Sorry, what we call the give me a moment to think. We call it the traditional textile industry. Yes, the traditional textile industry. Yeah. Why do you think companies like Rivertex are failing? Yeah. And first of all, I appreciate companies like Think Twice. It's a Mtumba shop, a second hand shop, but you shout out to Think Twice. That's a person's business. I fuck with your game so much, man. So big, you need big up to you guys. I've shopped from you, but forgive me when I say this for all the Mtumba sellers. I personally think that we should go back and start making our own textile industries. Hear me out, hear me out. We need to become serious when we're doing this kind of industries, man. We need to come up with our own sort of like fabric. We need to come up with our own fabric. We need to color up with our own colors. We can have our own Pantone. We can decide to come up with a mixture on colors. And this thing used to happen, Ben, even before I was born. You know me, me mtoto wa juzi, by the way. I'm just 22 years. But the way I'm looking at things, I believe that Kenya we have the potential. And I like said like the other time, I'm not a billionaire to give you very vague and cliche and nonsensical speeches. I'm actually talking to reality. Like I think I've always had this dream of one day that I can collab with. I know friends of mine who want to venture into fashion. Yeah, I know friends of mine who want to venture into fashion. Sorry, I've got something here. Sorry, I know friends of mine who want to venture into fashion. I believe that instead of us depending on synthetic tiles, while companies who cause vipingo, they are growing sisal there, they are dying. Man, why can't we just produce our own attires and we wear them and we feel proud about it? When I look at countries like Eswatini and Lesotho, those countries, do you know the pride of that country? Man, I envy these guys because Lesotho, the kind of wool they're producing is top tier. So much so that people from outside, from other countries are coming to ski in Lesotho and use their wool. While us, we are competing on how to become alternative. And I have no problem with becoming alternative. I mean, some things you can't go back to the past, and right now we are in demand. We are far too much messed up. We need to we need to fix this issue slowly because I've seen companies are dying and we need to support our fellow Kenyans. And I believe those fellow Kenyans should also put those clothes at a reasonable price. Don't overcharge. I don't understand why you are overcharging for vitenge and retso and leso and all those kind of uh, clothes, but I believe that, and I have no problem. You charge the way you want. I'm a chef, I'm a caregiver. We also have our own charges. It might sound expensive to you, but business is business. And you have to be sharp, especially if you are living in the cities, Nakuru, Nairobi, Mombasa, and Kisumu. You need to be sharp. But sharp boys mkishikwa shauri yenu. Anyway, what I'm saying is we need to fix textile. We need to fix textile. I'm wearing a red shirt that is made, I'm sure is made of something like polyester or synthetic fiber, which does not come from Kenya, which probably came from somewhere else. And then I also came to realize that if you're found with any item that belongs to an EPZ, that is jail term. I didn't know. It's just like when they say ukiuza indigenous, you're not supposed to sell indigenous seeds. It's a crime. So you're supposed to give them out for free or something like that. Anybody should notify me hapa kwa comments. That's where we speak. Hapa kwa comments. And you guys subscribe, man. I'm at 65 subscribers. Help me out, man. Help me out. But if you are a Kenyan, kama wewe ni Mkenya, Gen Z, Gen X wa Kenya, millennials, kila mtu, our forefathers, everybody, we should style up our industries. Me, if I was the president, actually, if I was in the industry, and okay, and I will do this, just pray for me, nipate pesa bana. Just pray for me, and I get the good guys. I need fashion designers. I need serious people. I will cooperate with those fashion designers. Kenya, we are a productive country. Let's tufanye tu hiyo production, man. Hmm? Watu wa fashion industry bana, I think man, you are messing up. Tuna mess up bana. We are relying so much on the West, and we are relying so much on that area. eh. Probably now this is what Traore is doing in Burkina, empowering the tailors, and my grandmother was a tailor, empowering the fashion designers of there. Because if you look into West Africa, they're the ones who wear more traditionally. Look, for the guys, we can create traditional attires for ourselves. I believe that we can teach ourselves. Once I'm done with culinary school, I'm going to teach myself how to. I'm going to start like cladding on such kind of, because there's this Agikuyu wool hat that I've seen wearing that I think used to be worn by chiefs, which we can be wearing by now. Eh? I'm Kingori, so I believe that I can wear such kind of a hat. That is a very, it's one of those hats that yani they scream supreme. They scream supreme. I know some guy in the West will probably see this and they'll be like, I'm cashing in on this. But I believe if I had enough funds, I would start styling such kind of clothing just for fun. It doesn't even have to be that formal, but for fun. If I would be touring the world, if I was a world leader, we need to showcase our culture out there. Juzi nimeona parliament now they're trying to stress out that you should only wear suits, man. Suits in an African country, for real. Let's be serious. Suits in an African country. Huh? I mean, we don't have to go all there bare chested. Women, because I believe women of long time, they would show the breast and whatever. I mean, it was culture. People usually say it's bad, but me, I believe it's culture. But yeah, it will be inappropriate to the parliament. But we can just don in such kind of attires that even at least you can decide. Even in schools, you can just decide like once every, maybe on Friday when we come for public meetings. Yeah, and we should also like acknowledge our hairstyles, which I'm going to speak in another video. But yeah, that is one thing I believe we can grow like in clothing and textile in Africa. Not just Kenya peke yake, Africa. Like in Kenya sisi ndio tuko na shida because sisi we are so dependent on the West. I've seen like the emergence of the alternative. What is alternative, you say? Alternative is a type of clothing whereas like you see there's Y2K, there's goth. My guys, they know this elite ball knowledge. Elite ball knowledge. Whoever is viewing my videos, but they should understand these things, man. But it's good that you have me to explain it to you, because I'm a person who is chronically online. So believe in me when I give you these stories. I mean, I have more for you in store. But me, believe in, that's what I would do. And I would also, even if I was to marry from outside, even if I got a girlfriend or a wife, probably soon from outside, I would encourage at least once in a while. You clad in your culture, man. Doesn't matter even if where you just once in a while. I'd admire my friends, everybody. We don't have to do it all the time. I'm not saying that we do it all the time, but I believe once in a while we can do this. We can empower our industries. Hmm? I'm speaking kwa wenye wako na mabiashara saa hii za kuuza nguo. If the Kenya Industrial Estates or whatever financial parastatal I did business, what was it called? A public operation or no, it's not a parastatal, it is a, yeah, I think it's a public operation where the government owns 51%. If they are really serious about it, they can empower people to, we can do anything, we can create our own platforms. Kweli mpesa ili perform aje, it's just the same way, but anyway, that's a story for another day. Anyway, it's Moneki Kingori. Subscribe onto the channel, like and share, and I mean it. Anyway, thanks. Leave a like, sorry, fuck, leave a like. Bye.